This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
I'm Amanda Starantino coming to you from the RTV6 studios.
And I'm Mark Mullins, live from a makeshift studio in my home as we engage in some social distancing to help spread the coronavirus, to help prevent the spread, rather, of the coronavirus, excuse me. Let's get right to the day's major developments here. COVID-19 prompting big changes at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The 104th running of the Indianapolis 500 has been delayed to Sunday, August 23rd, and GMR Grand Prix has been rescheduled to Saturday, July 4th. The Indianapolis 500 was originally scheduled for Sunday, May 24th, and the Grand Prix was scheduled to be run on Saturday, May 9th. All concerts scheduled for the original weekend have been canceled. If you made concert-specific purchases, you will be given credit for any IMS event, including the Indy 500, or you can choose to receive a refund.
And more than 600 Hoosiers have tested positive for the coronavirus, a jump of more than 100 from yesterday. The Indiana State Department of Health confirms it shows 645 positive cases in the state, including 293 from Marion County. 3 additional people have died from the virus, bringing the state's total to 17. More than 4,600 people have been tested in Indiana. And Governor Holcomb's stay-at-home order for Hoosiers is causing confusion for some about who is allowed to be on the road, and that confusion may include police officers who have reportedly been pulling people over. RTV6's Karen Riddle shows the state police superintendent's message for residents and law enforcement.
Good evening. State Police Superintendent Doug Carter wanted to do a couple of things: set the record straight, stop any social media rumors, and correct any police officers who may not fully understand that stay-at-home order. Of course, we have all been ordered to stay home, but he stresses that doesn't mean it's a crime to leave your house, and police shouldn't be pulling people over.
I had 9 directly reported to me yesterday. And of those 9, I've not been able to substantiate any of them yet. And they ranged from I was stopped and told that I'd be charged $500 or there'd be a fee associated if I continue to be out without some type of a document. That is not true. There is no need in Indiana, anywhere in Indiana, in any city, any county in Indiana where you have to have a document explaining that you're essential or not. I hope in America we never get to that point.
Superintendent Carter says if someone believes they have been targeted, then they need to report that. Carter also said that law enforcement cannot stop you to simply ask, "What are you doing out here?" Carter says of the 9 complaints he's been made aware of in the last 24 hours, one of them came in just this morning from a farmer who had been stopped in southern Indiana. Now, Carter says he is going to be looking into all of these cases that he's hearing about from around the state, and it does start with contacting people like that farmer to investigate. At the State House, I'm Cameron Little, RTV6.
Thanks, Cameron. And tonight we are working to find out what is being done to protect those experiencing homelessness here in Indianapolis. On Wednesday, a man staying at Wheeler Mission downtown tested positive for COVID-19, potentially putting hundreds of others at risk. Megan Santorum spoke with shelter leaders and has more on their next steps.
Leaders here at the Wheeler Mission say social distancing just isn't an option for them. They typically have more than 400 men stay here each night, so now they're working with the health department to find alternative solutions. Each day, hundreds of men call Wheeler Mission home. In order to protect them, leaders have been doing health screenings at the door. If someone has a temperature or symptoms of COVID-19, they are isolated and connected with the Board of Health. Leaders say the man who tested positive had not been showing any symptoms until earlier this week. The Board of Health is now working to track down those he came in contact with.
At first, when I first heard about the coronavirus, I wasn't taking it that serious. But since the guy had got tested positive and, you see all these so-called symptoms and stuff, yeah, I'm worried.
But now additional steps are being taken to reduce the number of men staying here tonight. Neighborhood Fellowship Church on East 10th Street is opening their doors for those in need. Wheeler Mission will staff it, and they will take in 50 men tonight. The Board of Health is also opening a shelter nearby. They haven't released the exact location, but we know it will take in another 50 men, reducing the total number staying downtown by almost 25%.
I just want them to know that we're doing everything we can to protect them. We're doing everything we can to protect our staff. We understand the fear factor is there, and we want to make our facility as safe as possible. So
I just continue to pray for these guys down here and myself that we stay safe.
Working for you, Megan Sanctorum, RTV6.
We reached out to county health leaders for more info on shelters and protecting people staying there, but have not heard back yet.
The coronavirus is having an impact on all of us, but seniors in the class of 2020 are potentially missing out on a huge and important milestone of their lives. RTV6's Kelsey Anderson spoke with a few soon-to-be graduates.
While the thought of missing out on graduation, senior prom, and so many things that happen in your last year of high school is sad for these seniors, they tell me what's happening in the world right now is helping to solidify what they want to do with their future careers.
It's really hard because I've been looking forward to graduation and even senior prom and senior spring break and all of that since I was a freshman.
Julia Falcone is a senior at Center Grove High School. She says she's trying to stay positive even though right now all she thinks about is the things that she and her classmates are going to miss out on.
And I've been looking forward to making these memories, and I've been building up relationships with all of these people for 4 years, and I don't really get to say a farewell.
And just to the northeast, Cale Savage and Elliot Lambert are bummed because their senior band season is canceled.
I mean, it's kind of just a surprise. It all happened all of a sudden. It felt like the rug just got taken out of our feet. My senior year is going to be based off of a few good things happening my first semester and the rest of it being taken.
Savage tells me he doesn't know yet what he wants to study in college, but both Falcone and Lambert tell me this crisis has solidified their future career paths.
It kind of solidifies what I want to do. I want to go into music education.
Lambert says without an in-person instructor, he's having to teach himself new music, and the spring concert music they've been working on probably won't be played.
I'm going to Purdue University next year for nursing.
Falcone says she's always been interested in the health field, and what she's seeing right now makes her even more passionate about it.
I see how health professions are needed in a time of crisis and how big of an impact they can have on people's lives.
Tomorrow on Good Morning Indiana, I ask these seniors what they would say to school board officials if given the chance. Working for you, Kelsey Anderson, RTV6.
And a local organization is working to make sure those experiencing homelessness are fed throughout this pandemic. Today, the Moselle Sanders Foundation handed out more than 100 bags of food to those in need. They set up outside of the downtown library and Wheeler Mission Men's Shelter. Leaders with the foundation say they try to do this twice a month, but they say the need now is greater than it's ever been.
We see the need more now than it's ever been. Now that people are buying and hoarding things at the grocery store, you can't find anything on the shelves. We make it possible for the ones that can't get it, and not at no cost to them.
Leaders say they are able to provide these bags of food to those in need thanks to donations from the public. They hope to continue to receive those donations in the coming months.
Since the coronavirus shutdown has begun, stocks and 401ks have taken a dive. So what are the best moves to get the most out of your money these days? Well, we spoke with a financial planner who says there are a few ways to get the most out of your money during this time. When it comes to stocks, the best reaction is not to sell. If you want to buy, do so in small increments. This will be better for your wallet in the long run. If you're close to retirement, this is a good time to rebalance your portfolio to minimize risk. It's also wise to budget and create an emergency fund. If necessary, ask for extensions on certain bills to give you more flexibility. And if you can, contribute to your 529 and IRA right now instead of waiting until the end of the year.
If your kids are less than 4 years from going to school, probably put these dollars into the savings portfolio to give your other dollars more time to recover. And if the kids are more than 4 years away, probably put these dollars into a diversified portfolio to give these dollars the opportunity to grow.
If you are still unsure about the right moves to make, it's a great time to consult a financial planner and discuss what is best for you.
Most of us have been dry this evening, but we do have a few showers here, especially around the Portland area, and also some light sprinkles into Richmond. I think that's going to be about it. Just some very light scattered showers out there as we go into tonight, and actually that activity will continue to fade away, leaving us with those mostly cloudy skies. We've got a front in the area. It's a little cooler to the north of there, where we've got 53 in Peru, but you're still well into the 60s in Bedford. It's 59 in Indianapolis, and those temperatures, they're going to be staying mild right on into to tomorrow morning. We're still in the lower 50s, but we've got some more rain chances. We'll talk about that in your Friday forecast in a few minutes.
We've heard from pet owners concerned about their pets having access to the vet's office during the coronavirus outbreak. Up next, how one animal hospital is making sure your four-legged family member is getting the necessary care in these tough times. On RTV6 News.
This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
While Hoosiers continue to pay closer attention to their health and the health of the world, we cannot forget the furry members of our families. Photojournalist Brad Forrestal checked out one veterinary office that is still seeing patients while taking precautions during the corona pandemic.
At this time, there is no evidence that pets are getting ill from the virus, but they still need to be seen by your vet. NOAA's animal hospitals are finding creative ways to see your pets.
Staff is now coming out to the car, letting the client stay in the car. We take the pet inside, the examination is done, and then either via telephone or even sometimes video conferencing in some cases, we can go ahead and share that information with the owner. Diagnostics can be run, treatments gotten ready.
I love how they're doing things, so I didn't get to go in, which makes me feel good. I'm not sitting in a waiting room with a lot of people.
We have some clients that are asking if we're going to continue to do this even when it's over.
If you're in a risk group where you don't want to leave your home at all, they have another solution. The AirVet app allows pet owners to make an appointment and see their doctors virtually.
You can set up a video conference, actually show them what your pet is doing, whether it's behavior, limping, or anything like that. Now, there's a fee associated with that, so don't think this is going to be free, but the veterinarian then can tell you, you know what, let's wait, let's do this, stay at home, or you know what, let's come in, we're going to take care of you that way.
Tom also says that your pet can pick up on anxiety or the change in your routine and may show signs of anxiety themselves. He recommends paying a little extra attention to them. Get a cat toy, throw a ball in the yard, or just go for a walk.
Now, don't overdo it. Don't walk 3 miles with your dog who's overweight and you've never done this before. You've got to build up to it.
Pets can be a comforting distraction that many of us need right now. So let's make sure that we take care of the animals that are helping to take care of us.
I'm a huge dog lover, so yeah, everybody should have a dog, or 2 or 3.
Brad Forrestal, RTV6.
New today, Carmel leaders are blaming overcrowding for their decision to close a popular section of the city's trail system. Mayor Jim Brainerd has ordered the closure of the Monon Greenway between Great Elm Drive and to the south and Main Street to the north. The city says too many people are using the trail and not complying with social distancing restrictions. The mayor says if you continue to use the trail system, make sure you distance yourself from others. The city says it could close even more portions of the trail system if people continue to gather in groups. Franklin College is making big changes to its admissions process because of the COVID-19 outbreak. Since students can't take the traditional SAT or ACT right now, those tests are now optional for all high school seniors for the remainder of the current school year. Franklin College is also reducing the school's standard tuition deposit fee by half to help families deal with any possible financial hardships due to COVID-19 shutting down so many places of employment.
It is finally feeling like spring here across central Indiana, and that warmth is going to last the next several days. We even have the chance of getting into the 70s. I'll let you know when. You're watching RTV6 News at 7.
Your dreams at Honda of Fishers.
We're keeping tabs on the progress of the $2 trillion emergency relief bill in Washington that could affect you. The United States House is voting on the bill tomorrow. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she believes the measure will get strong bipartisan support, but the vote may not be unanimous. The bill would deliver historic levels of emergency aid across the nation's economy, including to households, businesses, cities, and states. And Dyson may be known for vacuum cleaners and hand dryers, but the coronavirus has forced the company to shift its focus to ventilators. James Dyson designed a new one in just 10 days. Now he's making 15,000 of them to fight COVID-19. A company spokesperson says the ventilators should be ready by early April. And McDonald's is suspending all-day breakfast. The fast food giant says it's being done to simplify things in kitchens and for crews as the coronavirus strains day-to-day operations. The move comes after McDonald's closed down all seating and play areas in its company-owned restaurants in the United States last week.
Well, our temperatures felt pretty good this afternoon, and we've got a warming trend that's going to continue here over the next couple of days. So that means we're not going to see a big shot of cold air anytime soon. Out there right now, we've got the clouds kind of locked back into place. Temperatures in the upper 50s in Indy. You got 64 in Bloomington and 54 in Kokomo. So there is a cold front across the area, and that's been helping to spark off a few of these showers. But again, I think they're going to stay fairly scattered and light as we go through this evening, primarily north of Interstate 70. So we'll keep it mostly cloudy. Those temperatures really aren't going to fall too much here. We're still in the middle 50s at 11 o'clock. And if you are going to be heading out the door in the morning, temperatures will be right around 50 in Indianapolis and areas south of I-70. A little cooler to the north of that front. Peru, Kokomo, about 47, 48 degrees. Now we are going to get back into some rain on Friday. This is 6 o'clock in the morning. Very light scattered showers. May see a few of those heavier downpours, though, with some rumbles of thunder as we go through the first half of the day before I think we get a break in the rain activity, then more showers as we go into tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. This is a look at TrueCast tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock. So tomorrow we do have that marginal threat or the low end threat that we could see a few strong to possibly severe storms, primarily for some large hail within those. We'll keep a close eye on that for you, and also make sure you got that Storm Shield app in case we do have any isolated warnings that are issued. Now the rain chances are going to continue throughout the day on Saturday, wrapping up here as we get into early Sunday, and by that point we could see about 1 to 2 inches of rain across central Indiana. It looks like this should kind of come in chunks, so hopefully that's enough that the ground and the rivers can kind of soak that in a little bit and prevent our flooding from being too much of an issue. Temperature wise though, tomorrow we're still going to see those numbers climbing back into the 60s and above average, so feeling pretty good here as we go through our Friday afternoon. 64 in Bloomington, 65 in Indianapolis, and a little cooler again north of that front around Peru at 55. 7-day planning forecast as we put it all together for you, and check out Saturday, 74 degrees for that afternoon high. Yes, there are rain and thunderstorm chances in there, but I think we'll have a morning round and then an evening round. So there will be some dry time. It'll be breezy there and windy on Sunday. Could have some wind gusts around 40 miles per hour, maybe a little higher than that. That does bring in some slightly cooler air with highs in the 50s and occasional showers next week.
Hey, we're saluting seniors this spring who have found their last season possibly canceled because of COVID-19. Tonight we head to Monrovia High School, home of the Dogs, and there's been no dog in it for senior Carson Kennedy. This track and cross-country speedster has started the team all 4 years, easily one of the most dedicated runners the school has seen in a long time. Athletic Director Todd Evers says she's taken time to teach each incoming class what it takes to win. So a senior salute to Carson. We'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to give a shout-out to a senior spring athlete, email me at dave.first@WRTV.com.
2 months on 12 models.
I'm looking forward to this. Elton John is set to host a benefit concert on radio stations across the country this Sunday.
But in today's Throwback Thursday, we're taking you to July 1982 when Sir Elton John was hopping off a plane for a visit to the Hoosier State. The trip wasn't the Rocket Man's first trip to Indy. In fact, it was his third. But the summer of '82 was different for Elton John. He was traveling without his orchestra. The trip to Indy came just months after the debut of his new album called Jump Up. Some called the new music a comeback for the legendary musician. But don't say that to Elton.
I think it's a fallacy. I haven't slowed down at all. I slowed down. I took 2 years off to do my football team, do my soccer team, and I've had about 5 albums out since 1976. Yeah. So no, I've been touring for 3 years, 4 years. So it's nothing to do with coming back at all.
Elton was supposed to be playing at Bankers Life Fieldhouse tonight. Well, that has been postponed until next year.
We'll get it in there eventually. All right, your 7-day forecast. There are some rain chances the next couple of days, but you're looking to get outside. You can do that. We're going to have a lot of dry time with those highs in the 60s and 70s on Saturday.
Well, thanks for making RTV6 your choice for news. Our next newscast is tonight at 11.